And anybody here from the playback, man, I just got done I wrapped up the truancy hour 217.5. The truancy hour 217.5 was pretty much to cover my bases because I accidentally leaked 217. It was supposed to drop yesterday. I just did some shit to, cover the bases, whatever. But hopefully what I said made sense in that video. I was just rambling. But there it is, man. What's going on, bro? We just chilling in here. It's gonna be the live chat, man. Might even hit the Q&A real quick, man. Just ask me anything. They're gonna ask some dumb shit, I already know. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be the guy like, where do you see yourself 5 years from now? I might do that shit. Who knows, man? Who knows? It's the midnight joint, man. How was your week, man? Some simple stuff, man. Midnight live chat, man. Just chat it up. Leave it open-ended or something, man. Ask me anything. Do I do one of those, man? It's kind of funny. Automatic chat translation. That's crazy. That's actually crazy. I don't see the plus symbol, man. The plus symbol hasn't popped up yet, so there might be a good thing or a bad thing. I couldn't tell you. Man, but we'll see. I'm gonna chill here for another 30, 40. Keep it real simple. Till we actually hit midnight? I don't know. It's one of the best lightings I could find. I ain't gonna lie. This is dope. I like this. If I remember correctly, this is a building right in front of me, man. And I feel like it's always been here, if not more or less the same since this whole time. I'm not sure what it is now. I think it's like some kind of boys club or something, but they have these Chinese characters up top. So I think there's some kind of Asian center or some specific for like immigrants. I could be wrong. But nonetheless, that building used to be one of the second, if not other co-headquarters for the Black Panther Party here in Seattle. And they had a shootout with and from that building with the police. Like I'm pretty sure it was on this intersection somewhere in this block. So there might have been an older house either across the street or it was probably this building right here that just was erected. So maybe an older building was here and it got knocked down because of the history of it. But nonetheless, like this type of information is documented in Aaron Dixon's book, man. It's worth reading. My People Are Rising by Aaron Dixon. Shout out to Aaron Dixon, man. He's a good dude. I'm always happy to see that dude around the community. Guys like that. It's good to see him in the hood, man. If anyone more or less knows the history or seen things change over time, it's just crazy. Love the dress. Not a dress, man, but it's we dressed up to stay warm, man. But all right, let me know, man. Let me know if we're doing goofy shit, and I'll get you out of here. But I appreciate you dropping in, man. You might be in the wrong chat with that kind of combo. What's going on? Cozy? What's going on, Bray? You said you're like me. Nah, ain't nobody. Very cozy. Very cozy, yeah, man. Gotta stay cozy, man. Gotta stay cozy, bro. I mean, is it cold where you're at? Is it cold where you're at, though, man? I know it's winter in most places, but yeah. Next couple of days, I'm gonna try to get as much workout time and rest as possible. Dress, the jacket and all. I got you, bro. But yeah, man, is it cold where you're at, though, man? You guys getting winter time or whatever? -32. -32. Where do you live at? What the fuck? Cozy, what's going on over there, man? What part of the world you live in, man? If you don't dox yourself, but if you don't mind me asking, I'm in Seattle, so we're not getting any snow. But it's been getting kind of cold, man. You're in Canada? What the fuck? That's crazy, dog. I appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you dropping in, man. Yeah, we staying warm as much as possible. It ain't so bad. Holloway or Oliveira for the B. Oh man, I'll be honest with you, man. What's my guy? Jay been crippin'. What's going on? Hey man, I don't know, dog. That's tough because I want to say Oliveira, right? But at the same time, I mean, Holloway's a tough dude, so I don't know. That's a tough one, man. And the other thing about it is, I don't really watch UFC like that, MMA and UFC that much. I keep up a little bit, I pay attention a little bit, but I'm not like the most, I don't be knowing a lot of shit. I just be knowing, I be seeing highlights. That's my issue. I don't be watching like that. I'm more on the boxing and basketball side, if I'm honest. But I haven't even been keeping up with basketball that much, man. Which I'm sad about. But I'm gonna say Oliveira. Why not, man? I feel like Oliveira probably gonna get it, but Holloway's a tough fucking dude, man. He said I don't know. Every time I think Holloway gonna lose that, dude end up fucking up my part. Man, he's that motherfucker different. He's built different, right? You said it's not minus 57. That's cold. 57. Oh, did I read that wrong? My bad. 32. Are you saying 57 degrees? Like oh, my bad, Fahrenheit or something? Yeah, Fahrenheit, right? I'm pretty sure you guys have Fahrenheit too. I'm pretty sure you guys use both. I feel like you guys use both Celsius and Fahrenheit. I forget my conversions. You know, I used to have a quick way to convert it, but I forgot it. I ain't gonna lie. Now Holloway, man, he's a problem. Bro's a problem, man. You know, I mean they both crazy as hell. They both crazy as hell, right? Oliver and fucking what's his name? Minus 57 Celsius. That's fucking crazy. Yeah, now I got a friend that's like she deals with snowstorms in Iowa, man. Shout out to my friend. She knows I ain't gonna say her name, but she knows who she is. And yeah, she's somewhere in the Midwest, but she's not that far north. You're like farther north, so you guys have a lot more harsher winters. You know, and that's different, man. You ever thought about moving? Do you ever want to move somewhere warm or warmer? Because I don't, you know, there's some people who never leave their town, but you know, if you travel around, you'd be happy, man. If you move to Seattle, man, if you move here, you'll have some, you know, really good summers and just like decent winter. Like you'll be like, oh, this cold ain't shit. You'll be used to it. But this shit, man, I can't handle the cold at all. And I'm trying to move somewhere that's actually colder, which is funny, where they get consistent snow. Canadians can live in warm and cold conditions. Yeah. But do you want to stay there is the question, or are you okay living in those cold conditions? That's crazy to me, man. I wouldn't want to. I don't know if I'd want to be there, but again, where I'm moving is probably going to be just as bad because I heard they get like snow every year, and sometimes snowed in depending on who. I mean, who the fuck knows? Global warming shit's affecting winters as much too. You know what I'm saying? 8 acres and it's very peaceful. See, that's the thing, right? So you have some peace. So yeah, all right. That's all you need. That's all you need in life. Because where I'm trying to go, like I said, it's colder, but it's peaceful. So I'm like, why wouldn't I go where the peace is at? That's where I'm trying to go. I'm trying to go where the peace is at, get a peace of mind. You know, people. You know, I swear to God, the moment I leave the country and someone reaches out to me from here and they start talking about some drama, I'm like, hey, if it's nothing I can't help, don't talk to me about this. So you guys got the good weed up in there. What's going on? What? He said, I look like I drink toilet water. That ain't true, Corey. Corey, man. Hey, Corey, just be respectful in the chat and we won't get you out of here. But I appreciate you dropping in. I appreciate you dropping in and saying what's up, man. You know, if you could just be respectful, we'd all appreciate that, man. But you ain't got to do all that. You don't got to sit there and be funny or troll or nothing like that. We're just chilling tonight, man. If you want to sit there and chat, if you have anything on your mind, whatever you want to say something positive, man. We just got done talking about peacefulness and good weed. And then you over here bringing the energy down, man. So keep the energy. You know what I mean? Just meet us halfway at least, man. You don't gotta do the trolling stuff, but I appreciate you, Corey. Yeah, chill, Corey. But yeah, bro, you ain't gotta do all that. You know, not for attention. You know, not for whatever, but you know, toilet water. You know, what's crazy, man. I'll tell you like this, man. Some people be living like they have to drink toilet water. Unfortunately, I never had it that bad. I don't think. Yeah, I've always had clean water from the faucet. So I'm blessed, and I'm trying to keep my peace. You know what I'm saying? We all cozy. We're keeping it cozy. We're keeping it cozy. And I said we all cozy tonight, man. Keep it that way, bruh. Just keep it that way, man. Keep it cozy, keep it chill. You know, that's how I want it, man. We all blessed. You know what? You're absolutely right. We're all blessed, man. Because if you're able to have a phone, your own phone, and doom scroll and find this, you're blessed to be able to, that I be doom scrolling all the time. I be finding channels where there's like one person in the chat. Sometimes it's two people. Like I'm in there. I like chatting with those people, man. I like kicking it. You know, a lot of times it's video games, but you know what's going on, man. But we got up in here, Red, Nikki Balt. Am I saying that correctly? Let me know if I'm saying that correctly. Appreciate you dropping in. Thank you for being here. I'm just chilling. You know, you just feel free to type it up and say what's up with us. We're here existing too in life. That's a blessing. Yeah, we're all existing, right? It's a beautiful thing. So yeah, anybody that's in the chat, man, I'm just chilling right now. It's just a live chat. I think most places it is midnight, if not past midnight. Over here, it's not even. It's like 40 more minutes or something, 50 more minutes. But yeah, we're chilling tonight, man. Keep the love and the peace and all that good energy and in the chat right now. Let's keep it good. Yeah, to exist, to be alive is a blessing, man. It's a beautiful thing. I exercise gratitude a lot every day, man. R.I.P. Oh, DJ. Wait, hold on. Hey, King Demon, talk to me, man. So Lil Jon's son, he passed away. Is that a fact? Is that a fact that he really passed away, man? Because I know that they were looking for him. They were looking for him and was it Nancy Guthrie or something like that? There's a couple people they were looking for, but Lil Jon's son was one of them. So if he passed away, that's sad, man. He passed away for real. R.I.P. to him, man. Damn, much love to Lil Jon, man. I grew up on Lil Jon's music. She'll play on the radio all the time. That's sad, bro. We are blessed. Where you? I'm from Seattle, man. I got the Seattle Mariners hat. I'm from Seattle, man. So yeah, it's a little chilly up here, Nikki. Yeah, he did. It's sad. Yeah. Never scratch your balls after having spicy Korean food. What? I learned that the hard way. I think everyone should be aware of this. Yo, what's going on with you, Brett? Artie Chori, what's going on with that? I don't know what that's about. What are you talking about? You're in Louisville, Kentucky, man. Muhammad Ali, the greatest of all time, from Louisville, Kentucky. I'm the greatest. He can't sing. He can't dance. He can't box. He can't write poetry. He can barely read. And he was talking shit, man. Muhammad Ali talking that shit. 28. He was a young man. 28. DJ Young Slade. Rest in peace. God, that's crazy. Yes, sir. Do I like genital? Oh, hey, I almost said it too, Nixon. Nixon, I almost said it too. It's like right when it was about to roll off the tongue, pause. I was like, wait a minute. Nah, you funny though. You funny though. Hey, welcome to the chat, man. Welcome to the chat. You funny though. You almost had me, dog. Nixon. That's funny. Yeah, man. Louisville, Kentucky, man. That's one of them places I want to visit. Just so I can see. You guys have a Muhammad Ali statue out there? Oh man, what's this? My bad. Yeah, I'm gonna put this, man. Hold on, man. I'm gonna show the people what's great. Hey, listen, Artie or Chori, I don't know if you got the memo, man. We just we chilling in the chat, man. We having good vibes. So, I know you having fun, like cracking jokes and everything. We all here cracking jokes and having fun, but yeah, try to be careful with the writing because it's starting to flag it. So just be careful. It's starting to flag the writing. But he said yes, we got the Muhammad Ali Museum. Airport is named after him as well, and plus we got the Kentucky Derby. Oh yeah, that's right. The Derby is done in Kentucky. Damn, who else is from Kentucky, if you don't mind me asking? Or excuse me, Louisville specifically. Do I drink whiskey? So here's the thing. I used to drink whiskey, Artie. I used to drink. I don't drink no more. I haven't drank since what year was that, bro? 2023. 2023. I stopped drinking, and I'll pick up drinking again in 2033. 33. So when I'm 40 years old. So for my 30s, I'm gonna be no drinking, but I'm just gonna lock in. So that's been my mindset right now. I got really like that, bro. Yeah. Tom Cruise from Kentucky. Jennifer Lawrence is from Kentucky. Damn. So you guys got Top Gun and The Hunger Games from Kentucky. That's a beautiful thing. Yeah, Louisville's an interesting. Louisville. Am I saying that correct? Hey, there's a right way. You guys say it right and wrong way. Louisville. Nobody says Louisville. Louisville. That's what somebody said one time. They said, "Don't say no Louisville. It's Louisville." You just gotta, gotta like a music note. Louisville, Kentucky. But yeah, man, that's a whole nother thing. Like right by the are you guys like next to the Appalachians or right by the side of it? I know Louisville is like kind of close to Cincinnati on that side of the map, that side of the border, whatever. N64, N64. Hey, you know what's interesting, man? So I was just talking to my brother about this, but Nintendo 64. If we're talking about top 3 games on Nintendo 64, I will say Bomberman 64, Bomberman Tournament for the Nintendo 64. That was a classic game. Never beat it. I bought it again as an adult, still couldn't beat it. I was at the last area, last boss, couldn't beat it. But then like Rayman, because me and my cousin would play Rayman all the time. I think it's Rayman 2 or 3. That game was hard as shit. Pause. That game, Rayman, Bomberman, and I'm trying to think of one more that's really good. I mean, Pokemon Stadium. You can't fail Pokemon Stadium, but at the same time, Pokemon Puzzle League was a really good game. Was good from the Bay Area. Niner gang here, but Seahawks lighting up the Bay, represent West Coast Seattle. Hey, shout out. Hey, I was wearing my 49ers hat yesterday. Rest in peace to my friend Sahil from the Bay Area, man. I was repping my Niners hat because I was thinking about my friend who passed away the other day. So I rocked my Niners hat. So shout out to the Niners. Shout out to the whole NFC West and hopefully the Seahawks. Boom. You know what I'm saying? We make it happen, man. So I appreciate you guys. Thank you, bro. Much love. Much love. Boom. So where the biggest city in Kentucky? Bryson Tiller. What? And Nappy Roots. I didn't know Nappy Roots is from there. Country boys, big fat wheels. Remember that song? We're only like an hour and a half from Cincinnati, but right across the bridge. Yep, right across the bridge from Indiana. Happy Black History Month. Happy Black History Month, man. Happy Black History Month, man. You know, I'm still upset they gave him the shortest month, but nonetheless, you know, whatever. You know what I'm saying? They should give him June for Juneteenth, really. Build the bridge. What's that about, Brad? What's that about, Brad? But yeah, RIP to Lil Jon's son, though. That's crazy. You should not smoke. I'm saying this because I care about you. My bad, bruh. You should stick to alcohol. No, alcohol's worse, actually, than weed and shit. My friend used to smoke black stuff. Now 18% of his lungs are dead. See, the thing about the cigar is I'm not fully inhaling compared to a cigarette. Cigarette, the filter, you're forced to inhale it, like fully pull it. You know what I'm saying? But you know, but I appreciate the love, bro. I appreciate the love, Artie. Appreciate you dropping in and letting me know you care for me, man. You know, what can I say? I appreciate that, my guy. I thought it was just me that like older games because I want the first place. Wait, my bad. I want the first place that you what? Because I like talking, taking, and you can't play the old. Oh, Tekken, you're my bad. You're saying Tekken games on the new PlayStation. I see what you're saying. Like old school Tekken on Nintendo 64. Is that what you're saying? Let me know if I'm reading that correctly. Diddy Kong 64. Oh, Conquer. You played Conquer's Bad Fur Day? That's a good game. Snowboard. Oh, Mario Kart and Zelda. And you know, what was it? Ocarina of Time was the classic, but as a kid, I wasn't ready for playing that game. But do you remember Donkey Kong 64, bro? Or was it Diddy Kong or Donkey Kong 64? It was the one where you go through all the levels and then it's like gold, banana, and you'd have to get each fucking banana color. You know what I'm saying? They had like Lanky Kong, Trixie Kong, Chunky was a Chunky Kong, bro. The dude who was swole. That was a good fucking game, bro. All the Donkey Kong games, they don't miss. And I've only really played the old ones, but they don't really miss, bro. There's some good fucking games. But you play Tekken, Nikki? Is that what it says? DK64? Yeah, that shit was crazy. Crazy, man. Good times. Banjo Kazooie. Oh yeah, Banjo Kazooie. I had a friend that had a Banjo Kazooie. He had that, and he was playing all the like later on, you know, like Jack. Was it Jack or Jack and Daxter or something like that? And then what's the other one, dog? No, it was Jack and then some other shit. I played Sly Cooper on PS2 though. That was like later on, but yeah, man, 64 had a lot of shit, man. It's funny because my cousin always had like this the Sega shit. So we go over his house, play the Sega shit, and then we had the Nintendo on our side, so he'd come over and play Nintendo. But all he did was play fucking video games all day. That's all the motherfucker did, man. He playing his games, he beat them, and he come over our side and start beating our games before we completed. I was like, bro, you just be coming over here doing this shit because he lived next door. My cousin lived next door, so that's just what we did. Family on the same block type shit. And we have family across, like up the block across the street. It wasn't even that far, bro. Like fucking half a football field away type shit, just right there. We just go to each other's house, play video games and shit. Motherfuckers all on the same street, 18th Avenue. Good days. Good times. But yeah, man, that's them old games, man. This shit is classic. But Pokemon Puzzle League, I was really good at that game as a kid, and then I got older and I was trash. I was like, bro, I'm trash at this fucking game. What's going on here? That game was tough though. I bought the copy later on, and I gave that copy and the system to my cousin. I think I just she wanted to buy it, so I just sold it to her. What's the atmosphere like out there? Are they protesting? I'll tell you the truth, Nikki. I'm actually not like I go to work, and if I'm not at work, I'm just I'm working on stuff like I'm creating videos and stuff, or I'm doing live streams. So a lot of times I'm just out the way. Like I just try to stay in the in more peaceful areas. But I used to do a little protest and some activism back in my day, like like 10 years ago type shit. But I'm pretty sure they are, man, because I see people walking down the street with the big old Palestine flags. I know we had a couple fuck ICE rallies over here. You know what I'm saying? So I'm with all that shit. I support that shit, but at the same time, I'm like, I gotta make the foundation of my channel. I gotta make the foundation of what I'm trying to do right now. I'm trying to work on a comic book with my cousin. So I've been working on that this whole week, and then yeah, just trying to create videos. So I've been kind of locked in with my own shit. So I haven't been going peeping what's going on with the world, unfortunately. I mean, don't get me wrong. I see shit on the internet. I'll talk to people here and there. Everybody talk to each other, but this is the only social media I have. The only social media I use is YouTube. I don't have IG and Twitter because I don't need my brain to just be consuming negative shit 24/7. And it's great to be informed. Don't get me wrong, it's great to be informed, but I'd rather hear from word of mouth, because when I hear shit word of mouth in person, when I hear that shit word of mouth, I'm able to do something in the moment, in that moment. You know what I'm saying? Drinking builds our immunity. I used to drink a half of whiskey a year ago, and now I drink 3/4 easy. I only get blackout when only when I drink more than a full whiskey has made your body strong. I listen. I don't disagree with you, but for me, it's like the effects of whiskey on the body over time, or no, excuse me, the effects of alcohol in general over time aren't that great. But again, if I can prove that I know where the whiskey came from rather than just buying my favorite brand, that's a whole nother story. So I would urge you to get some whiskey that's either, and I hate to say it, moonshine type of homemade shit, because at least you know what's in it. I had a friend who went to school down south, and he brought like a bottle of whiskey with us. We had like one or two shots back in the day. That shit was strong, but it was real smooth and natural. But it was strong, and I was like, if you know where your shit is coming from, it's good in doses. But for me, for what I'm doing in my 30s personally, I'm just not drinking, bro. But when I turn 40, I might drink some. I'm gonna get back to that whiskey. When I turn 40, I'm gonna get my smoked old fashioned. I'm gonna get a cigar. I'm gonna talk my shit like I usually do, and hopefully by then I'm like, shit, training a dog, raising some kids, all that shit, just living straight up adult life, just handling business. But I need to lock in for my 30s, because my 20s, it was a little bit hit and miss. You know what I'm saying? I was focused, but I was also just making bad decisions here and there. Not like crucial bad decisions, but just me personally, I'm just doing that. But like I said, with the cigar, bro, where I'm at right now, it helps me sit down, chill out. I'm able to slow down. I don't have to fully inhale. You're just pulling, getting that flavor, get it out, pause, and that's it. But yeah, I appreciate your perspective, my guy. Yeah, you're probably right, man. That shit probably did make you strong. I know some people that they're really good with strong tolerances for alcohol, and they're still they go through life no problem. There's an old dude, he lived to be like 100 something. He gets like a double shot of whiskey every other day, and he used to smoke a cigar and shit. He's an old dude like that, 100-year-old dude. A couple people like that, man. They just sit there and because the thing is, the thing about it mentally is like, you do things. What's the word? You do things in doses, and then you also don't torture your brain like, oh, I'm doing something bad, this is a cheat day. You don't do shit like that. You just kind of tell yourself good things, because guys like Chad Ochocinco, man, motherfucker eat McDonald's and drink Starbucks all day. That's his diet. That's what his whole body's comprised of. But again, mentally, it don't bother him. It don't mean nothing to him. Mayweather was the same way during training too, but again, good genetics and some other shit, right? So, but yeah, that's where I'm coming from with it. Video game wise though, man, I'm an RPG person. If you go on the channel, if you go on my channel, you're gonna see a lot of playlists and a lot of whatever of just Dragon Quest, Pokemon majority. But I'm trying to wrap up Octopath Traveler right now. I'm doing Cassette Beast, but I might have to move it to like pre-recorded shit. That's where I'm at with it. I have to say, hold on, man. Check the bottom of my shoe like I stepped in something. No, I didn't. To make sure. I was like, hold on, man. We put out the New Balances just to have some good balance, you know? Yeah, my whole section right here in the park is smoky right now. That shit funny as hell. I bet I missed something. No, we're good. Yeah, I'm surprised my connection's been this good over here, man. I'm gonna come here more often. I don't necessarily need a spark up. I just chill. I had another spot I was gonna go to. So it was a little parking lot. Like you guys might have seen me. I don't know, maybe not. If it's your first time being here, but there's a little spot I go to, a little parking lot. I should be, right underneath the fucking lamps, like little street lamps and shit. It's good lighting. It's good lighting, good backdrop. But yeah, man. What's going on with the rest of y'all, man? Whoever's here still chilling, man. Appreciate you guys, man. What's going on with y'all? Going on in the world out there, man? Hopefully everyone's being safe. Hopefully everybody being safe more or less, man. Found a little ash. Thing I can ash in like a little hole in the what do you call this? The fucking table. Not the bench, the table. I fuck with these because it's right under the tree. That's crazy, man. Yeah, we chilling tonight. Keeping it chill tonight. What happened to Cozy, man? He's still chilling up here. Where'd he go? He was here for a second. That's all right. Everybody came and went. Everybody came and went, man. But anybody dropped in, still fuck with me. Tell me what's going on. I'm gonna take the band off in a second. Indian father only drinks cheap whiskey. Used to steal from his stock and used to dilute his whiskey with water. After getting into college, I work part time and buy scotch only. You doing scotch only right now? Is that what it is? Or are you talking about for him? Like you buy scotch for him? But yeah, it'd be like that, dog. I get it though. Let me get the band out. It's that Macanudo. I was the last live stream I sparked it up and then came here. I was like, let's be a little more concise here. Let's hit the live stream. Let's keep it serious or whatever. Lock in and keep it serious for a second. Yeah, toss that joint. The other thing too about the winter time is like, they shut off all the water fountains at the parks. Sometimes I just like getting me some free. We got some clean water up in here, man. So give me some nice clean water at the fountain. Let's be living good, man. Yeah, I almost went all the way to what was it? Over to Bellevue, which is gonna take me like an hour from where I was at because I grabbed some pizza earlier just to get at the cigar shop, chop it up with them because they always got good supply. They got good supply, good rotation, and their humidors are good. They have good humidors. Like they don't like sometimes you go places, man, the plastic be all like look kind of splotchy or like it almost look like mold or something. I'm like, yeah, now you got to know where to go. You gotta pace yourself too, shit like that. So I might have to restock on those, but I'm not too worried about it right now. I'm not tripping on it. Took care of a couple payments, man. Took care of a couple of some debt payments. It's like I'm gonna be locked in for the next week or so. Going spending less money and whatnot. But yeah, nonetheless, man, staying focused, bro. Just staying focused. That's the main thing. It's the main thing. You know, Mars. Why the hell am I up? Because I'm not down, Mars. That's why. That's why I'm up. Because I'm not down. What I look like being down and sad and shit on a Friday night. Now, how you doing, Mars? You get home. You get home okay? Or you been home all day? That's the other question. Mars has a blue shield around their name. Don't fuck with them. That's what that means. They got a blue name and a blue shield. Yes, sir. But how you doing, Mars? Mars, I was about to hit you up for some coffee, but I thought about I was like, there's so much shit I had to do in the morning. I got a haircut appointment this morning. I was like, damn, let me go get my haircut. I went to the fucking cafe and the cafe next to my barber, and then there was a DJ there because they were out there just giving away free fruit to the community and the apartments nearby, which is funny. You're sad on a Friday night. What's going on, bro? Bat? My bad, bat. I'm gonna just say bat, bro. I ain't gonna say the second part. I don't know what that means. I might be pronouncing it wrong. The fuck? But yeah, DJ's blasting some music. I'm just over here, just like bobbing my head, drinking my coffee, eating my fucking sandwich. And I get my hair cut. And then my barber's like, yep, gotta cut your hair right for the Super Bowl. I was like, let's go. Because we gonna win 35-6 anyway. Ain't playing around. Let's get it. I'm putting that in the universe. Working till 11:30. Oh shit. Yeah, I'm doing this because it might bleed into the midnight, but also like most places, other time zones are at midnight already. That one. Why does it say that? See, it has auto translate now. I don't know if you know that. I don't know if you see that. But Bat, why are you sad on a Friday night? What's making you sad? Really think about that. Why are you sad on a Friday night? You don't have to be. I'm not saying it's a choice necessarily, but is something making you sad, or do you think that you should be doing something and that you're sad about that? Is that the thing? Because that's one thing that we could talk about too. That's another way to look at it. Mars, I don't know if you see it has auto translate. That's hella weird, right? But yeah. No, I couldn't even sleep. I thought about. I was like, there's some videos I could do at the house, but I was like, nah, man, let's just go out. Something's telling me to go out there and just do a live stream. Just do all that gross AI. Oh, what's AI? Wait, what was the AI? What was the AI? You talking about the auto? Oh, you talking about the auto translate? Yeah, that's interesting. It's really interesting. There was someone he wrote something. What did he say? He wrote something in the chat in the last one. He said something, and then it translated to dang. I was like, what the fuck? So I tapped it, and I think he wrote yeah, or something like that. It was something funny, but it translated to dang. I'm good. I'm great. Just staying in today. You're just staying in. So I hear you, man. But I'm saying, man, there's nothing wrong with staying in, right? It doesn't have to be a bad Friday, or you don't have to feel sad about that. But I feel that, man. Like it's fine. I was walking here, and I walked past a couple friends, or not. They weren't my friends, but I was walking past an apartment. There's a couple friends in there just talking loud and looked like they were talking about something, and then blasting some music. And I was like, I do miss those house party days, just kicking it with friends at their apartments, and they're just listening to music, having a good time. I'm the type of dude, I'll sit there and just start doodling. I was like, give me some paper. I'll start doodling, start some random shit. I'd be drinking and smoking with them. We're a bunch of artists, a bunch of weirdos. We doing it, we getting our thing in, man. My homegirl's old house. Those the good days, man. Good times. Good times. But yeah, auto translate. Mars, I need auto translate. I'm trying to learn all the languages, Mars. I'm trying to learn all the languages because if I learn all the languages, I can eat all the food all around the world. Go around the world, eat all the food, try everything. I'm like, this corner of the map, they got this shit. That's gonna be crazy. You might still have some ice cream. Eat the ice cream. You might still have some ice cream. If you have it, will you abuse it? Yes, you must. If you still have ice cream, you must consume it. Yeah, man. Shit, I remember the other night, I was just eating cookies and shit, like cookies and chips. And then my dad randomly just went to the fucking freezer, pulled out a tub of ice cream, and he just took hella scoops out and just started eating it. And I was like, this motherfucker eating ice cream in the wintertime? I get it. He's like that though. He'd be doing shit like that. He's like, man, I gotta have some of this. Which is funny as hell. I will if it isn't freezer. Oh no, freezer burned ice cream. It happens. Let me. Oh my bad. On Ian Goncalves. Hit the joint. It's actually a cigar, man. But I shared a cigar with a friend, man. One time at the park, man. He was going through some. He didn't get kicked out of the house. He was just going through some stuff, man. He was at odds with some of his friends, and then he was going through some shit. So we just boom. You know what I mean? Just scrap the top, bro. Scrap the top of what? Oh, the top of the scrape the top of the ice cream. That's true. That's true. Yeah, that top of the ice cream, man. You'd be all right. Just scrape that joint. It'd be a little icy, be a little chippy. You going through shit. My back can't read that right. Oh, there it is. You going through shit. What's going on with your bread? Damn. You going through shit? What's going on, man? Talk to me, man. I'm not no licensed therapist, but goddamn, we having the midnight live chat. Might as well, right? People around the world going through stuff, man. How bad can it be? How bad can it be if you're on your phone right now? Think about that. We're all on our personal devices right now, more or less. You know what I'm saying? We doom scrolling and shit. Most of y'all doom scrolling. If you found this, you will eat the ice like a man. Yeah. What are you gonna do? You're just gonna shiver as you eat it. Bro just had a kid last week, first time dad, and lost your job. Damn. No, it'd be like that. It'd be like that, Ian. If it mess you up, oh well. Natural laxative, dog. That's yeah, you get that natural laxative. You start pushing everything out. You'd be all right. Ian, man, God bless, man. Ian, God bless you, bro. Hey, man, it's a blessing to have a kid, but you keep your energy and you keep your outlook right. Oh no, bad. Don't do that. I'm gonna hide it, but don't say that, man. Don't say that. Don't say that, man. We gotta be supportive here. We gotta be supportive here, man. What happens sometimes, man. But if you lock in, man, you just lock in. I've never been a father, so I can't really say. But boom, what the hell did I just show up into the middle? What the hell did I show up into the middle of? No, he's just kidding. Don't worry. I didn't show the message. You're good, man. We're just joking here. We having fun, but yeah, man. I mean, it's a blessing, my guy. It's a blessing, man. Just take care of do what you got to do, man. I mean, hopefully you're not doing it alone. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully you're not doing it alone. Hopefully you and your girl are you know what I'm saying, holding it down together. But yeah, stuff like that'll put a battery in your back. You start taking care of shit. You know what I mean? You have loved ones and stuff. I was the same way. Like I didn't have no kids, but I had loved ones I took care of in my house. So it's like, You sit there and do what you got to do. The sacrifices you make, man. And it's never for naught, man. It's never for it never goes unnoticed or whatever the word is. Married. Okay, cool. It's me and the wife, and we live in ranch shit swag here in South Florida, man. South Florida, damn. Yeah, South Florida can be rough, man. I'll tell you what, though. At least you ain't as cold as the rest of the country right now. My bad. Gotta laugh in hard times. Sorry, that's part of my culture. No, we'd be the same way, man. I'll tell you something funny. Me and my brother were watching Miss Pat podcast today, and she was talking about her and her siblings were having this stupid ass like trying to talk about who really got molested and who really didn't in their house, and they were arguing about it and shit. But she's a comedian, so the way it came across was so fucking funny. And but Miss Pat is basically if my mom was born in the USA. So like I really love the way she speaks about her pain, man. She speaks about it from a very, what I'm saying, funny standpoint. I swear to God, this shit should not be funny, but she knows how to make light of her own pain. And it's like I should not be laughing at this shit. God damn. So sometimes, you'd be surprised too, man. Ian, you get through what you're going through right now. I know it's tough, but you get through what you're going through right now or whatever, man. And you get on the other side, you start looking back like, remember that time I was stressing that shit and then we made it through? It'd be something to laugh at. It'd be something to look back at. You'd be all right, man. I can't be there for you. I don't know you like that, but goddamn, sounds like you're aware of your situation. You're aware of the you know, what's going on over there. So like you kind of just know what you got to do next now. You got to keep it simple. Keeping shit simple. I heard a car blasting some music. I'm trying to hear what the song was. It sounded like the Fugees. I could be wrong though. Sound like the Fugees. But yeah, man. Yeah, there be some shit, man. There be some shit you're not supposed to laugh at within your own family or your household and stuff. But sometimes you find a way to make light of it. As long as you're not making light of someone's personal trauma or someone, you're like, you laugh at someone else's issues or whatever. You drive a Hellcat and lived, last year. That's how hard it is out here in Florida, man. No one cares. You live in you were inside of a Hellcat though. Goddamn, a Hellcat. You talking about the fucking street, like the street racing car type shit, or the, what I'm saying, that shit they be doing 150, 200, all that. You got a nice fucking car. What you mean, man? That's a blessing right there. I'm not saying you should sell it to make ends meet, but um, sound like you got some good shit going on. There's some people who just, there's some people who got it real bad around the world, but I don't want to sit there and compare apples and oranges. I don't want to sit there and down talk what you got going on right now, but look at the blessings in life right now, man. Look at the blessings, man. Yeah. Sorry, that sucks every SRT, that sucks every penny I got. I know, I can imagine, bro. That shit. I had a friend that used to have a fucking well, it's funny because he had enough money to get an 8.6 and he got one of the other cars from Initial D. And I was like, bro, how do you pay for all this shit? But he had a really good job. Just got my ad AdSense turned back on. There we go. The AI schlop lords have my ID now. But yeah, that's what I'm talking about, Mars. Make that $40. Make that $40, And then what you can do with that $40? Buy more ice cream. And if you really want, once 40 turns into 80, or once 40 turns to 120, get you some weed and some ice cream, whatever you want to do. I don't know. It's your money. Who cares? But you're gonna make your money. I mean, the thing is, if you're born in, if you're born in a hospital or whatever the fuck, everyone has your ID. It's just more about the access. That's the issue. So I understand that. Cannot collect until I hit 100. So tell you what, once you hit 100, you can buy $100 worth of ice cream. No, I'm just playing. But you could. Let's just say you could, or you can get $50 worth of ice cream and then save the rest. You know what I'm trying to say? See, low key, that's the problem. Got to drive a hoopty. It's better to live below your means. Yeah, I feel that. I save 75% of my income. I still have my car from high school. I'm 30. Hey man, my cousin still had her car from like, she got her car fucking senior year or some shit back then. She's older than me, but she had that car for the longest. And I remember my other cousin, she had her car from like 05, 08, and then it finally broke down like 23 years. So she had it for like good 17, 18 years. One of them Honda joints. Bro, it's sad at 19 years old, I got ran over by a car, and that's how I got my down payment for my SRT. That's crazy as fuck. That I've had since 2020. My bad. I don't mean to laugh at that. Got it. 0 miles, new one, owner me. Bro, what the fuck? So you living on some good money though at the same time, but you know you got to lock in. That's it. You just got to lock in, my guy. You just got to lock in. Should have bought a cash car, like a cheap one. Yeah, man, you gotta get the cheap shit, man. Live below your means, man. I believe in that shit. I'm still living at the house with my folks, man. I'm still with my parents and shit, or my dad at least. My mom's dead, but you know, still live with my dad. So it's like I'm trying to, you know, figure all that out slowly and also recoup my brain power right now. I'm getting back into hustle mode, but at the same time, I'm like, yo, slow it down, take it easy this time because boom, you know, when you get it right, when it starts flowing, get the fuck out the country. We out. You got time for this shit. Died and came back to life. Oh, you're in a coma for 6 months. What the fuck? That's crazy, dog. God bless, man. That's tough. That's tough. Yeah, they had to pay you for the time, so that makes sense. Shit, I don't blame you, man. If you go through something like that, I would have cashed out too. Shit, I would have bought me a Jaguar. You know what I'm saying? Because Jaguar is my favorite animal, so I just naturally want the car. You know? I know that shit sounds stupid, but it just is what it is. Man, you gotta do what you gotta do. You know, when you get good, you know, large. That's the thing too. When you get large sums of money, and if you have it on deck, you know, you spend it on taking care of yourself and doing shit. But at the end of the day, man, you know, once you get that out your system, you've done it already. Now you know what to do next. So you start being responsible. And it's easier said than done. But, you know, let me ask that. What? We chilling tonight, man. Midnight chat. I'm at 20% about. So I'm going to wrap it up in a few, but chilling here smoking for a little bit longer. A couple more puffs and then we go on. Also, hold on. Let me check my damn notifications real quick. Yep. I got the reactions. It's a miracle I even talk, walk, do anything, dude. I was out cold for 6 months, learned to talk, walk, and went straight to working my butt off for corporate creep. Oh yeah, it be like that, man. I'm really happy I'm not in my old job, man. I was talking to my manager today at my newer job right now, where I've been there for a couple months, like 6 months or some shit. And then he just seemed like he was in a bad mood. He a tall black dude, bald headed like some Michael Jordan shit. I always dap it up when I see him. And then he just randomly was in a mood. He was like, "Yeah, man, you know, all these motherfuckers over here with this good morning shit." I was like, "What's wrong with that, man?" He's, "I don't know. Sometimes that should be fake." Because he said a lot of these people in the building, he said they never say hi to him. But more recently, they had these meetings, like these fucking manager meetings, and people have been more nice to each other and considerate. So he said, "Oh, people just doing that fake corporate shit in the building." He said, "Normally they wouldn't talk to me on the street or just in general. Some people just look down the whole time. Some people don't say nothing to me." And I'm like, he do got a bad track record, which is funny. But I was like, I get it, man. My old job was like that. Back to corporate shit or back to just being around, you know, people who get paid like six figures type shit, way more than you when you're just there to support, be a supporting cast member, wherever the fuck. I remember I was delivering some shit in the hospital to the fucking surgery floor, and those fucking surgeons and white people in that floor looked at me like I didn't belong there. I was like, I'm over here delivering the shit that y'all called for. You guys called for this shit. This is what the guy looks like that delivers the shit. The fuck is what kind of shit is this? It's like about 10 years ago. Some weirdo shit. People, you know, you're gonna be around some people that think different and think that you're only there to serve your purpose or something. But you know, get the money and get the fuck out sometimes, man. You know, I don't like being around nobody that mistreats me or looks at me kind of wrong or whatever the fuck. Try to stick to positive spaces, you know what I'm saying, as much as possible. It ain't easy, but you go where you can until you can get to where you really want to be at. You want me to get you a battery bank? If you have a spare one, I'll take a spare one. You know what I'm saying? If you have a spare one, I'll take a spare one. But don't go out your way and get me one. Don't go out of your way to get me one. There was someone who told me they had a spare one and they didn't give it to me. But I also didn't see them for a while, so I don't know what's going on with that. But I'm not really tripping on it. You know, it's almost like a good sign for me to not be like live streaming for that long. But it would be nice to have a battery bank, I guess. So like I say, Mars, if you got it. Um, my bad. You said Jesus is the only real one, my brother. I don't say it to sound corny. I feel you, but it's true. No one cares but him, and he can only do what you need when you are there speaking to him honestly. Yeah, man. I mean, I don't disagree with you, but I also believe that whether you're speaking to him, there's people who they're not necessarily speaking to him, but they're speaking to themselves because you know the closest connection to God is you. You are the only antenna to God in the universe, right? So you got to understand, like Jesus's practices, he was more or less doing the same thing. He spoke a lot about love and God, and so it's like, and he was tapped in with nature, man. So that's my Trinity too, personally. So um, I don't disagree with what you're saying. I will say, like, you can't always walk in his steps necessarily, but yeah, man, you have that inner talk with yourself. Keep it positive and keep it on the up and up type shit. You'll be all right, man. Whether you're speaking to him or speak to yourself, man. I'm just saying this so you don't think outside of yourself, man. I know a lot of people. I'm not saying that you are like this, but I know a lot of people who they're super Christians to the point where what's it called? They're super Christians to the point where like they don't really think about themselves. They think about everything outside of themselves spiritually, and they don't really value themselves. So hopefully, the same way you have those talks with Jesus, you have the talk with yourself personally, because your body needs to hear that, your mental needs to hear that. You know what I'm saying? The brain in your gut, the brain in your heart, the brain up top, all needs to hear that as well, man. It's a beautiful thing to tap in with that as well. Fuck you, accept the gift. You have been really good, friend. Let me help you. It's up. Hey, Mars, look, it's up to you, Mars. If you, like, all I'm saying is, if you have a spare one, I would love to take a spare one, but I don't want you to just go out and buy some shit. Because think about it, you gave me like a Digivice. You gave me a Digivice, which is like that. I think that's pricey. You would be surprised. That's some pricey shit. You already gave me a Digivice, and I was funny. I came home and I realized, like, damn, I forgot to look for the battery again. But I was like out and about doing shit. I thought I was gonna do something like go to the store and spend like money at the fucking team store, and then all of a sudden 15. Listen, Mars, I'm just gonna leave it at that. I'm just gonna leave it at that, Mars. You do what you do. Like, I appreciate it either way. You know me, I appreciate it either way. Either way. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you and I love you either way. You know me. But yeah, man, that shit. What's it called? I was like doing shit. And I was like, nah, fuck that. Fuck going to the team store. I'm gonna go get some pizza. So I went and bought some pizza, and I just shared the picture in like my friend's Discord because I was in her Twitch channel watching her video game, playing fucking Zelda: Link to the Past. She was talking about pizza, and I was listening to it. I was like, you know what? Fuck that. I'm gonna go get me some pizza too. It's crazy. It's hard for you to like yourself, honestly, after all the lives I've lived, dude. I've been this, that. But one thing I never really understood was how my love for Jesus can't stop no matter the fakes. I feel that, man. I feel that, man. That's real. I ain't mad at that at all. But like, think about his breath. If Jesus was alive right now, he would want you to love yourself too, despite all the stuff you've done. Think about that shit. Really think about that. If dude was alive and he was walking with you, which he is, if you think about it, the spirit of him and the spirit of God itself is just with you, right? If that's the case, bruh, he would want you to love yourself. He wouldn't want you to walk through the rest of your life. That he would look at himself the same way you look at your homie or someone in your family. He'd be like, hey man, I'm just here with you right now. That's all it is. But at the end of the day, you got to keep doing what you do. I can't speak for Jay, but I say, like, he probably be in that same mindset where it's like, you got to love yourself too, bro. You know what I'm saying? How else are you going to access other love from other people that need to give you things and help you out? How are we going to help each other out if we don't love each other, my guy? Think about that. We should be living in a world and a place where we love each other enough to just do shit for each other, etc. And like, if we don't love each other, we won't be doing that. We don't love ourselves, we won't be doing that. It starts with ourselves, right? So again, I'm not trying to manipulate your mindset or where you're at, but I tell you, bro, like, hopefully you understand what I'm trying to tell you. But yeah, man. Damn, I low key knew I should have brought some headphones before I left the house, but that's all right. Bro, I looked behind me, I saw some old plastic on the ground. I thought it was a dead fucking raccoon. I was scared for a second. Holy shit. But yeah, bro. Hopefully what I don't want to be too preachy on my end as well, man. But yeah, that shit's tough, man. I think about a lot. Like, I got a friend like that. He's homeless. I ain't heard from him in a while. Hopefully he's still alive, man. But same thing. He was somewhere in Texas, just homeless for a long time. And I don't know, the people down there, they was fake take care of him, fake checking in on him, and I literally sent him some money. I was like, I mean, shit, motherfuckers say some shit to you, but I'm the type of person, boom, I'll just boom, I'll sit there and send you whatever on the fucking Cash App. That's my guy. I do you talking like a friend. I'd be at a park with oh my bad. Am I really? I do talking like a friend. I'd be at a park, smoke with me smoking a blunt. I'm sorry, good people. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. I try to be. Yeah, I try to be. If we're being honest, Ian, like I say this all the time, not to be funny, but whenever people say that to me, I was like, honestly, man, you just caught me on a good day. Because some days there's some days I be irritated, but when I'm irritated, either I stay away from people or I just keep to myself a little bit, so that way I don't hurt nobody in the process. You know how that go. But yeah, you just caught me on a good night, man. I'm just chilling tonight. That's it. Chilling, man. Sparking up that blunt, man. What would you put in the blunt, man? Some indica, sativa. What would be your choice? You even care about that shit? You just put whatever up in there? Shit, I've been leaning towards indica, my guy. I had a fucking indica joint afternoon before I passed out. I smoked that shit. I went home. I went straight to take a nap. That was a good fucking nap, bro. I needed that shit. My body was like, hey, you needed that shit. That was crazy. Yeah, the body be knowing too. Shit crazy. But yeah, that shit funny as hell. Yeah, I haven't had a blunt in a minute, man. Last time I had a blunt, what y'all do, man? You do swishers or backwoods down in Florida? What y'all do? You guys got owls and shit? Owls and what's the other one? Black and Miles and all that. My homie back then, when he was 11, 12 years old, he used to just, he'd get his Black and Mild. He smoked the Black and Mild straight up, fucking wood tip and all that. Motherfucker, 11, 12 years old. He died at like 15 though, but that shit was crazy. You are a human dude. There are people who wake up trying to hurt others, but nah, you on live didn't need to talk back to me, and on my bad, and did you saved a life and didn't even know it? God bless. Oh, I mean, hey man, yeah, I hear you. I hear you. You know, I don't know how to explain this, man. I'm not trying to be corny either, man. Not to be funny, but like, let's say there's a way that you want the world to look like, or the way the world to be, where people converse with each other and shit. And like, I want the world to be a certain way, I guess, and the only way I could do it is really just try to be that person or be that way. You know what I'm saying? So that's the way I look at it. If that makes sense. I would love for the world to just like, if someone like you came around and just talking, like, because I like the homeless people I grew up around in my neighborhood or just downtown and shit. I would talk to them, man. Like, ain't shit I could do for them when I was like 12, 14, but I would just sit there and listen. So I've just always been this way. So whether I'm reading the chat or I'm just talking to someone in person, I'm like, I'm here to listen, man. I ain't doing shit today but buying some chips and shit. Buying some chips and going to the water, look at some birds fighting and shit. That's it. I think I'm gonna grab a solar battery for me. If they are cheap enough, I will grab two. If not, you can have your PAL one. The PAL one, what? Or reliable, or reliable is strong. You know what's crazy? I remember Skin one time. He let me borrow his. I was like, "Is it okay? Can I borrow your external or whatever battery?" And then that shit charged up hella fast. And then he still had like 70 something percent left, even though I went from like 30 to 80% on mine. I was like, that's a good fucking battery. So I remember he was showing me that shit. He was like, yeah, this is a really good one. Charge that joint up, and then he just went about his day. That shit was crazy. But I don't, like I said, I don't need like a super one, but just whatever you got, man. I'll take whatever you got, Mars. I appreciate that. Much appreciated. And then also, yeah, DM me, Mars, on just message me directly, like let me know what the shit that we talked about for the weekend. Let me know if that's a go or not. Just let me know on that regard, because we could figure something out. I'm not tripping about it. Battery is at 10. I'm gonna chill for like one more minute, and then I'm gonna wrap it up right here, man. But yeah, man, for everyone that's here in the chat, man, whatever, drop in, say what's up, bro. That's where my mind is at, dog. I would love, you know, I treat people the way I'd like to be treated, but I treat people the way I like the world to be, I guess. So that's just my outlook, dog. I hope we all do the same thing. Like, I hope, like, I remember me and my friend, we used to just buy McChickens when they used to be $1. McChickens used to be 99 cents, $1 at the fucking McDonald's on Madison. We'd buy like a bag of 10. I was like, really? I only need to eat like 3, and we just pass out the rest to like random homeless motherfuckers that we see and shit. We weren't trying to be whatever. And this is like 2008, 09. So we weren't like filming ourselves trying to go viral. Like, we were just doing shit like that because it was just funny, and not funny, but like it was like a fun thing to do that summer. It was just like, yeah, we got money, why not? We got a couple bucks on us. Fuck it, you know. Um, but yeah, that's just, I don't want to sit there and be like, oh, character and all that. Nah, just start doing shit, and then you'd be surprised. You don't do things for the reaction, but that's just, what I'm saying. I've been this way towards people that were mean to me, and I was like, well, I guess I'm gonna do it less now, or I'm gonna just stop doing it, right? So it's just one of them things, right? But that's just how I look at it. I'm trying to make sense of that shit, but I can't find the right words. But hey, man, I'm about to wrap it up right there. There it is, man. Everybody that dropped in on the chat. I'm just chilling tonight. I'm about to get on. You said good night, bro. Thanks again, man. You are bright, and there's more unrestored for you in the future, man. Keep it up. Don't change. If I appreciate that, yep. You should look up Skyline. He is a real life superhero who hands out sandwiches. Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. I think I know exactly what you're talking about. I think I've seen those a couple of those videos. If that's the same dude, but I haven't looked that up. But yeah, man, I'm gonna wrap it up right there. Good night, everybody. I'm gonna just take a little walk home and just finish this smoke. All right, love y'all. Appreciate y'all, man. Peace. I'm out. Oh shit. There we go.